Welcome to the Heat Beat podcast. I'm your host, Giancarlo Navas, and with Heat Beat's postgame show, excuse me. With me today, we got Franky G, producer, co-founder of Stream Beat.
Hold on, producer, you did that, not me.
No, I didn't mean. No, I didn't mean.
He tried to throw me under the bus immediately.
I did not try to put the blame on you. Also joining us, Coach Lou.
Yeah.
Oh my God, insane work. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real with chat right now. If somebody can clip the beginning of that show, please do that. Somebody on Twitch or YouTube or whatever, please clip that. I went live and I thought I had enough time to go to the bathroom really quick, and I didn't. As you all saw, the start of the show, there was an empty chair and no music. The music is my job, and being in the chair is also my job, and I did neither of those things. Much like Terry Rozier, it was a dereliction of duty. So shout out to all the good folks who do their job. Shout out to Craig Dillinger, who gave a tier 1 sub at 39 months. Appreciate you, big dog. Boy, what a start. If anything like this Heat season, also Jade Jock just with the 50, with the goddamn 50. Thank you, Jade. I don't even know how to say thank you for that.
Time out. Hold up.
50
I gotta
months.
put the mic down to applaud.
50 months is a long time to be subbed.
That is.
50 months is a long time, and I appreciate that love.
Is that how many months Terry has on his contract? That's what it fucking feels like.
Oh God.
Feels like 50 years.
Chat said doo-doo. No, it was a quick pee. It was a quick pee.
If G dropped the deuce in less than a minute,
that's impressive. If I did that in less than a minute,
he'd be the new Terry Rozier.
Wrap it up, hard out.
Oh my God! So
that's all you guys get.
That's all you guys get. I mean, listen, it's Friday. You're lucky that we're here in the first place.
That was too efficient to be Terry, honestly.
Yeah, no, that chat's right. Chat's like that's efficient and unlike Terry Rozier. Man,
he was 2 for 3 today. -8.
He was -8. -8 in like what 12 minutes?
12 minutes.
The thing about Terry, like I will probably get to more of it, but him playing 12 minutes and 8 of them in the fourth quarter, he has the weirdest fucking minutes I've never seen another player have that kind of like run like that. Hey, we're only gonna play you 12 minutes. 8 of them are gonna be in the last quarter in every fucking clutch.
I don't
game.
understand.
I
want to save that for later because I do. We got to listen. The Heat lose to the Timberwolves by 2 points in what was an insane last minute of basketball. Duncan Robinson, it was bad shot after bad shot. I think the only shot down the stretch that I liked was a Duncan Robinson handoff. They tagged Bam and they sank really deep in the handoff. Duncan was wide open. He was 4 for 7 at the time that he shot that. And he missed a wide open one. You know, you live and you die with those. Then at the end of the game, Duncan loses the ball, gets it back.
We can run it.
Yeah, please, if we can run that to kind of show what happened here. So Duncan's going to kind of get this ball coming off of the inbound, and he's going to lose it here. Puts that shit up by his hip and gets that to go.
Ridiculous.
Insane. 2-point game. They have to foul. They get the ball in. Haywood, that ball was probably off Haywood Highsmith, but at the time, forced the turnover. The Timberwolves cannot review because they don't have any timeouts left, and the NBA doesn't review every single out-of-bounds call anymore. So Miami now has a chance to win the game. Frankie, I'm sorry, I don't even know if you have the Bam shot.
I think this goes all the way through.
So we'll just run this and we'll kind of go with you guys, but it was pretty insane. So that happens. Now they're getting this inbound. Bam's gonna push off, gives a pump fake, and just misses, and the game's over. I don't think Bam got fouled, and we don't have to litigate that. I don't think that's important, but I mean, they almost fully came back, which I thought was thematic for the game, which was it's so over, we're so back at the game. I mean, Frankie, we were just talking about it. You were not happy with it. You were not happy with Bam. You thought Bam was trying to get fouled.
Yeah, I just think he should have known the situation. 2 seconds, like that shot's got to go up in rhythm, and the pump fake lets the defender get closer, and he's relying on the foul to bring him out. I'm not mad. Like they got it's a tough shot regardless if he takes that in motion because he's flailing away from the basket. But yeah, just a pump fake, and then he's swinging his legs out. He's kicking his legs out there, trying to get fouled. Like it's a bang bang call. I wouldn't have been surprised if he got the free throws, but I felt like
I didn't think it was a foul.
I didn't think so either. But like we'll go here. But look, if he takes that in rhythm, I think he has a higher percentage shot of making this. Like right there, boom, just go up. It's a tough shot, anyways. It would live or die with it, but I didn't expect him to win. Then having a shot, at the end is agreed.
Yeah,
it's a tough shot right there, anyways.
But Frank, he's not a natural shooter. Like I
think he's not.
No, but I think I agree with Franky. I'd rather him just take it off the catch in particular because again, I didn't see this live like the last 5 seconds because we're trying to be on time for the show. We were down 5. I thought that shit was over. Lo and behold, it wasn't. So I'm watching this for the first time. This play was for Duncan, and Bam said, "Fuck that shit. I'm getting the ball."
So it really hold on, you're so right. It really was. Dude. Yeah, Bam wasn't supposed to spring out. Look, Duncan, I'm gonna run that. Duncan totally fools him. Bam's supposed to screen for him.
Well, this was I think this was a freestyle player.
Yeah, it's kind of what it feels like, right? Like he's freestyling to get open,
right? Because remember,
for him.
Right. Remember, they didn't have a timeout, so they're running a quick hitter here. And look, Kyle's got the ball right here. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. Bam's pop, trying to make something happen. Them getting a shot off was good.
I don't hate Bam getting the ball. I just think it's funny that he probably should have screened for Duncan to get the ball. And again,
for sure.
I think kind of hyper analyzing the final possessions of a game is not very productive, but I don't know, Frankie. I get what you're saying about like he was doing that. I just think he's not a natural shooter. If he ever shoots the ball, it's a catch and shoot. He doesn't ever catch the ball off motion or especially off an inbound. So I kind of give him, I kind of don't know. I think he kind of grabbed it. He had to get in rhythm because he's probably not used to that. And he just kind of wanted to like grab the ball, fake, kind of set his feet a little bit, and then take the shot.
Do you think he would have had more rhythm if he just shot it or pump fake with a 7-footer in his face?
I just think that he's not used to shooting off the move like that. So I think the pump fake was for him to like settle.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Yeah. I think that he did that with the intention of trying to hit the shot. I don't think he did that I don't think he pump faked to get fouled. I think he pump faked to
No. I'm not saying the pump fake was to get fouled. I'm saying his shooting when he shot and tried to like kick his legs out. That was all trying to get contact. And that's why the shot wasn't close. Like it wasn't the shot fake. It was the shot motion that I'm set with.
I don't know, man. He's just not a natural shooter. So
yeah, but you still like he's a basketball player. He knows that.
At the end of the day,
I'm not mad at him. I'm just
I get you.
But 43 minutes of amazing basketball out of him. Again.
I know he's awesome. I mean,
so like it was just an unfortunate 29 and 13 with 4 assists.
Dude, yeah, I mean,
11 for 21, 7 free throws.
The 11 for 21 is big time, I think.
Yeah, 29 points
6
on
for 7
21
from
shots
the line.
is really, really good.
He outscored Randall and Reed combined.
He's been on a sensational run. I want to say since almost since Jimmy left. Literally since Jimmy got traded. But he's been sensational on both sides of the floor. I thought his impact on the glass today was sensational too. Early on, like he was grabbing.
Dude, Eric Reed used the phrase "commanding rebounds," and that's what it felt like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's just unfortunate that was the last, shot that whatever. Like they didn't lose on that shot. They lost on
the Terry Rozier fourth quarter minutes.
Yeah, possibly.
I mean, I'm just being honest, and I guess I mean I don't know. We just got to be real here. The fact that he is earning fourth quarter minutes at the end of games is it's abominable behavior from.
Hold on, you said earning. This is a DEI minutes. I don't. He has done nothing to earn those fucking minutes.
Frankie.
He's worse than a nepo baby.
Frankie, it's so bad. Awful. I don't understand. And I'm so glad that they take a time. So he's in the game. He's in the game at some point. It's Herro, him, and Robinson with Anderson at the 5, and I believe Haywood Highsmith.
Yeah, and the fourth quarter lineup wasn't much better. It was basically
that was the fourth quarter. That was the lineup to start the fourth quarter when Bam went off. Bam started the fourth quarter, and then went off for a little bit, and then they take off Robinson.
They bring it for Mitchell. Like, what are we doing? Why is Duncan always in the crosshairs of Eric's?
Dude, Duncan was 4 for fucking 7 at that point.
Duncan was plus 23.
Duncan was
2-point loss.
He was awesome.
They lost Duncan's 20 minutes by 25 points, and this motherfucker somehow gets subbed out.
And it was like a Duncan day. You know, like Duncan has some days where, like, okay, he's not shooting the ball well, but he's doing a bunch of other things. No, that motherfucker was hitting. And they keep Rozier in the game, who Rozier hit a corner 3, and he hit 1 pull-up.
Yeah, career high, 67% from the field. 2 for 3.
He took 3 shots. He made 2 of them. One of them was a really tough pull-up fadeaway, which, you know, congrats to you, I guess.
And one was a 3 in rhythm, timely, catch and shoot, Terry. That's what we need.
I think Tyler was the one that penetrated for it, or it might have been ironically Duncan. I don't remember, but
I think it was out of a Bam
post up,
yeah,
could be out
to the wing.
The 3, yeah,
regardless,
not self-created.
I laughed at that because
should never be self-created.
No, it was funny because Bam got double teamed to Terry's about around the top of the key, and Bam's in the post. He gets the double shades over, and that's when he makes the pass. Terry sidesteps closer to the defense, 1 step to the left, so the defense has a shorter rotation to make, and he fucking makes that shot. Like, even when he makes the shot, he fucks it up.
You know what it is? He has bad game sense.
No sense. He's got no sense.
He's got no sense, bro.
Who paid that man? And why did we trade for him? Charlotte. Like, what are we doing?
Fucking James Borrego.
Like, what happened?
Like, the guy who paid him, fucking stupid.
James Borrego.
Imagine how we look trading for him. Dude, I guess his brain went out too. Like, I don't know. Maybe the signals aren't the same. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with Terry. I'm tired of talking Terry because everything's bad.
All 8 Barry Jacksons to do an investigative report and find out what happened with that neck injury. Because look, as bad as he is, this was not him last year when he was on the Heat.
He was pretty bad.
He was not this bad, G.
He was not this bad. But he was
this bad is
this bad. He's shooting Wade-like from 3. That's how bad he's shooting.
Do you know that? Do you know that he's a better finisher at the rim this year?
He shot 37% with the Heat from 3 last year.
Rim finishing.
No, yeah,
I care about.
He was a better shooter. But yeah, I just think that like all the stuff
he's shooting better from 2 this year.
All the stuff I saw from him last year, like just decision making, all that stuff. That's like really like, and his defense has been atrocious. But it is what it is.
Terry,
I don't think we gotta keep talking about that. Yeah, I mean, Lou's right. I think that we have talked enough about it, and I think in the context of the game, you know, kind of subbing him out for subbing Duncan out for Davion when they were playing so well. And I gotta be honest with you, I don't love these 3-guard lineups that they're playing a lot of, and you saw again tonight. And I think that the game kind of got out of hand for them tonight. And I don't love the Anderson at the 5 minutes. But I understand that Kevin Love is kind of, you know, I think we saw that it's not super viable in leverage situations.
It's not viable to start quarters.
I mean, they just don't have a choice. I mean, they traded Thomas Bryant, and so they have.
Yep.
They don't have
Kevin Love is over. Like I have not felt comfortable with him at all this season. I do think it's really unfortunate. And
thank you for your service, King.
Yeah, thank you for your service. He'll be here again next year. Because we gave him a 2-year contract.
Oh, we did.
Yep.
Yeah. Well,
gotta pay your guys. Gotta pay your guys.
Gotta pay your guys,
especially when they're 38. Except for Jimmy. Yeah. There you go.
Unless your name is James Butler.
The third.
Everybody with Jimmy.
I apologize, Jimbo. Let's talk a little bit about Miami's defense and particularly their zone. And we've talked a lot about their zone lately, but the Davion and Haywood Highsmith at the top of the zone, magnificent. Now, Franky, I don't think that them forcing turnovers at that rate is any kind of sustainable, but the ball pressure, I think is. And I think if you pressure the ball like that, and when Bam is the guy in the back line, I just think that good things are going to happen, and we saw that play out today.
Yeah, the early zone was rough, to say the least. They didn't really pressure the ball. Like they survived those minutes, but it was more of Minnesota missing good looks than anything Miami was doing, in my opinion. And then once they were able to go Davion and Haywood, bring the ball pressure, bring more versatility, more activity on defense, and they were able to swarm and create a little havoc. But I felt like most of the guys it's a lot easier when you have good defenders on the court to defend. And Haywood, has been sensational since he's come back from his Guantanamo Bay visit in the doghouse. He's been sensational on both ends. They had a chance to win it because of him. And Davion's been really good, man. Davion 10 assists today as well. But it just having that activity, that length, the wingspans to pressure, and the versatility. They had a couple breakdowns that cost them, but I mean, you live and die with the zone. I wish they went a little bit less zone when Davion and Haywood are on together. But I understand when you're trying to cover for when you're trying to play shooters to get as well, like Tyler and Duncan. It's hard to rely on.
Well, the lineup I'm thinking of, I think Tyler was the other guy that they're trying to protect. But I thought that their zone today was from a position of strength. I thought the forcing of turnovers, which again I don't think is super sustainable, but I mean they were just getting so many turnovers, off of that ball pressure. And those guys are just
but my thing is like they can only maintain that level of pressure when both of those guys are on the court. It's harder to do that when it's someone else instead.
And I believe Minnesota. I mean, I don't think Edwards or Conley were on the floor for a lot of that.
Right.
And I think that
great time to press.
Yeah, no, and that's kind of where I'm going with Lou. We're like, okay, your main two ball handlers aren't in. Let's really let loose. Piranha defense, as Lebertard used to call it, put a lot of pressure, and let's try to build a run, which is why I think a lot of he benched it really well today. Because when Minnesota's bench was in, I mean they were just attack.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The Heat bench in general, like their pressure was a little bit higher. I do think they ran just a little bit of zone today. When it comes to with Bam at the 5, they played him a lot, so they were trying to, I feel like, save some of his energy on defense, so he didn't have to guard every ball screen. And I think that played well during the course of the game. But in particular, like their lineup, their bench today was again the bench since it's been Duncan and Haywood, it's been consistently winning the minutes. Their issues is no longer their bench. I know at the beginning of the season, or like at some point in December, that was kind of the case. But now with these two guys, they have a solid 6th and 7th man. It's been now the unfortunate injuries and whatnot that have really struggled with the top of the rotation. No Alec Burks today after being a consistent rotation player. So that it's just some curious decision making, but ultimately, the bench still needs like an 8th man. It's been rotating all this time. They haven't had a 3rd guy to bring in some consistency. Some nights it's been Kyle, other nights it hasn't. Oh, Burks was hurt. My bad. That explains why he didn't play, because God knows he would have been starting. But just it's been interesting to see this team battle. But ultimately, I feel like we do this at just about every game. Oh, tough team. They played them tough. Close loss. At some point, they're just not good enough. Like at some point, the team is struggling to piece together 48 minutes. It's because the team doesn't have 48 minutes in them.
Franky, I know we were going to get to some of the doubling of Timberwolves players coming off pin downs, but I know you had some Spo comments from the press conference just now.
Yeah, Spo went into the press conference and he was before he sat down, he was already like adamant that he just wanted to make a statement, and he's talking about the team's execution or lack thereof. But he was saying, "Bam got fouled. League don't find me. He got clipped," and he's adamant about not finding him. But yeah, I think I like that. Even if I disagree, I think Spo standing up for his guys, calling challenges. What's up with this?
Yeah, I like new Spo.
I love it.
We saw that there was an article the other day that came out that Spo just was anti-challenge, and he was like the least coach to like at least likely to challenge a call in the league.
But like the most
Anarchist.
successful.
And,
But like
and one of the most successful, yeah.
Like,
So
he loves the mud, guys. That's
we
what's so
Haters versus Heat posted the clip. I don't know if he got fouled. I mean, I mean
that there's contact there.
There's contact, but that doesn't get called a lot. And
yeah, I mean, I feel like they call that more on 3-point shooters, so I'm kind of surprised.
I have a question. If that's Duncan Robinson, and if Duncan Robinson's fouling, if
that's Anthony Edwards, that's called.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like if the roles are reversed, and if Duncan is Randall and Edwards is Bam, like, are we getting mad that they call that? I would be mad. I want to be consistent. Like, I don't think that's enough contact at the end of the game.
I would be frustrated with the call.
If they called, yeah, I'd be like, you're just fucking Duncan, as always.
I'd be used to it if it was Duncan or Pell, but
I mean, I feel like that's a 50-50 play. Like, if they had called a foul, I wouldn't have been surprised.
I think I would have been happy, but I think that would have been a tough foul.
There's contact with the left hand. He's in a shooting motion. He doesn't give him.
That would have been a lengthy review.
I'll tell
you.
He gets into his legs too.
Carliana in chat is like, he closed out his landing spot. Well, Bam kicked out, which you're not supposed to do.
Well, he didn't like you can't excessively kick, but that's just a sway from a jump shot.
And also like, Randall doesn't jump into Bam's space. He kind of really jumps like straight up.
I don't know. I
just think that
it's a tough call.
It's a tough call. I don't think it's as cut and dry. Like I think Franky's right. You could call that either way. Like, I don't know. I'm just not gonna.
It'd be tough to overturn whichever way they called it. Like, if it went to a review or something, like the pod would still have not started. Like, they would have still been trying to figure it out.
No, but like you said, G, if that was Duncan, I wouldn't be surprised either way. Like, it's just a bang call. Yeah, it could go either way. There is contact there. There's not a ton of contact. It definitely affects the shot. But I'm not mad about it. Draft beat. But no, but they lost for so many other possessions.
I mean, that was a gift. And by the way, and Eric Reed said this on the broadcast, like, when they couldn't review Haywood Highsmith hitting the ball out of bounds, that went off of Haywood Highsmith. They shouldn't have had that possession to begin with, and that would have been another lengthy review. So who's to know? Okay, let's kind of gear back to the game, to the non end of the play. Franky, I know that we were talking pre-show about kind of the double teams off pin downs, and I thought that was a really kind of interesting element to tonight.
Yeah, I couldn't find a play to clip it, but I noticed when the Heat were running double pin downs off ball for Duncan and Tyler, and Davion's running the point. They were leaving Davion on the catch and doubling the ball hard. There was one play specifically in the end of the second where Duncan got jammed up. It was about 3 minutes left, I think. 3 minutes, 30 seconds left. He got jammed up there. He had to pull it back out because Dante did a great job denying the pass from Davion to Davion. He had no angle to do that. He had to pull it back out. Had to take like a 35-foot contested three, and that was something that I started paying attention to when I rewound it at halftime. They did it on the play before too, but Duncan curled in and Dante couldn't affect it. And then to start the third, I saw Conley doing it a lot. They were just leaving Davion, so that's something there to watch going forward. Interesting wrinkle. It didn't really affect them at the end of the game. Shout out to Duncan and Tyler. Tyler playing sick. With the head cold that he had to miss last game, and he shot the shit out of the ball, a lot of tough shots. But I just wanted to note that because that's something I haven't really seen too. I asked Shaban, she said she hadn't seen that either.
Let's switch up. Lou, did you have something to add? Because I wanted to go to you on Pell Larson.
No. I mean, I agree with Franky. It was just it was an interesting. I think in some moments they weren't doing that, and Tyler got a couple of good looks off in the first quarter, and so did Duncan, even though I don't think Duncan's went in to start the game, if I remember correctly. But I mean, no. And as to Pell, he started today. I wish so much of his minutes didn't overlap with Kevin Love. I would like to see Pell be properly utilized.
Look at that hustle.
Him starting the game with the and one was
He runs the floor really well. I
All
think
I needed.
he was another guy in that zone that I thought was really effective.
Yeah, I think the issue with him in the zone is I want him up top more than I want him down low in the zone, just because I think he's more of a disruptor than the length on the backside or whatever. Like, I do think if Pell has one weakness defensively, besides the refs not liking him, it would be the backdoors from the corners, which is
the rookiest thing.
The rookiest thing. So but still, I would like to have him up top. I would like for them to press a little bit more when he's in the zone. But I do think the issue with him today was just the jump shot. And
that's kind of always a question with him.
Yeah, which was something that we saw. But I mean, I thought he was okay in the minutes. I do think it's interesting that they're going Pell over Jaime in terms of minutes. I wonder if that's like Jaime not being 100%.
Yeah, I don't think he's totally fit yet, and I think
I think which I'm curious. Yeah, which is what I'm getting at. Like, if that's the case, then that says a lot about Jaime. I hope it's not the case, even though I do think that's probably where they're leaning. But not really much to say about Pell other than that today. Like, he was impactful, energy guy, had a lot of tip outs. Why is the sign on? We lost. Draft beat lives, and the puppy needs the sign. But draft beat W. Thank you, Big 8 seed.
That's a draft beat dub. Franky, the other kind of little thing from tonight we wanted to give a shout out to was Tyler Herro played a game sick today, and I don't know, man. That's kind of like key culture warrior shit. You kind of, if you can go, you go, and I think that he deserved. I mean, minutes. I think he had a mixed bag of a game today, but I think you saw the effort was there the whole game, and he was out there and he was good. And this is 22, 6, and 7 on 9 of 21 shooting.
4 stocks.
4 of 8 from 3, which is really good.
2 blocks, I think, is a career high.
2 blocks, 2 steals. Like, that's just not
the
a
effort was there, man. I mean, I major credit to him for just being out there.
Yeah, I mean, he had this incredible and one on a CAG, as we say in Hialeah. Yeah. But that, that's tough, man. That's basketball gods rewarding him for playing sick, And Tyler's faced a lot of scrutiny for that, for not always playing injured or sick or, not 100%. And proud of him for doing so. He did a great job tonight. Even though the shooting percentage I don't really care about. Like, he played his heart out, and I really don't have much complaints about him.
Yeah, no, he was.
I do. To counter Franky, I do think he had a good game. Again, this is just maybe I'm nitpicking, but I don't like when Tyler in the fourth quarter comes down with the idea of shoot first as opposed to read and react, where he does literally the first 36 minutes of the basketball game. And I know we were like debating in the chat the shot before the Duncan 3 in the fourth quarter, which I personally like, that Tyler got an open look. I didn't think it was I thought the look was comfortable and it was a makeable shot. But the issue is when you take it into the context of he was literally getting hounded for 16 seconds up until that point where he finally broke free and he's shooting a 30 plus foot 3-point shot. Like, that's the issue. The issue isn't the jumper that was comfortable. That's why he missed so far right. The issue is the process of him not, I don't know. Again, it's tough to say if it's just a him thing or if it's a scheme thing, but the bog down of the offense to go to hero ball, like no pun intended, is really frustrating because that shit is what drags them down. The Heat are at their best when the ball is moving around, and I frankly would like to see Tyler more off ball. And this is the ultimate look. But if you see up there on the shot clock, he shoots this with about 8. Look how hard he hit. This is the end, but like prior to this, he was working just to get open. Like, yeah. And that's the frustrating thing about Tyler. I think that's his next step, is being able to be willing to get off the ball. I would like to see some of these fourth quarters.
He had some cuts today. I mean, there was a cut off of Bam elbow set that he cut through the middle off a screen that I thought was really good. So he's not quite Trae Young in that aspect, but I agree he needs to be a little bit
Just yeah.
more.
No,
Just a little
but to Lou's point, it is a reason why Tyler's one of the worst in the clutch this season. 27.6% in the clutch after tonight.
I think that's also like a product of his size as well. But I agree. Yeah.
But which is what I'm trying to get at. Like, just get a little bit more off ball. Like, you know, trust the plays to come to you, trust the ball to come to you and to find you, as opposed to you having to create everything yourself.
Right.
Like
you have one of the best passing bigs in the league playing.
Yeah, and that's what they brought Davion for. That's why you have Duncan on the floor. Like, that's why you're playing Highsmith. Like, you're playing guys who move well without the ball. And in theory, their gravity, whether it's cutting or doing this or doing that, like, is going to eventually open up for you. And if it doesn't open up for you, that means they're probably open too. Like, you know, like, ultimately, I'd rather them just continue to play team basketball in the fourth quarter. But for now, keep losing. Thank you.
Yeah, so I mean, another kind of tough loss for them. Too many. They lead the league in moral victories. They're just far and away the league leaders, and like, we played that pretty good team hard, huh? At some point, it's just, you know, in the words of Kendrick Lamar, it's not enough.
Yeah,
not enough.
It's just not enough.
Can we highlight 2 plays real quick?
Yeah, and then we'll get out of here.
One more. This was a tough and one from Bam, triple teamed inside. Using the glass when you feel contact. Like, if you have a kid that plays basketball, please teach them that. If they get bumped, the shot's going up, use the glass. Please stop trying to fucking touch on it and finesse when you're off balance like that. Yeah, give yourself an easier job. And then this flurry in the third quarter, Bam, 3 against the buzzer. He go full court press.
Did the Caleb.
Duncan, great steal. 3, bang, full court press again. Let's get it. Goes to Randall. He dribbles it up. They slow it down. He passes. Tyler, great steal. Passes to Haywood. Haywood pump fakes. Finds Bam cutting for a dunk. Boom. 8-0 run in 22 seconds. That was Miami Heat culture. As soon as I saw that run, I was like, Spo's totally bringing Terry back in to fucked up the vibes right after this.
I literally tweeted Vibe Killer checks in.
John says this is the best 22 seconds in Heat history. That was so much fun. That was so much fun.
You know what's crazy about those 22 seconds? The LeBron era used to be that every fucking night.
Oh, my God. It would start of the third quarter every time.
I saw one of the Heat Twitter group chats I'm in on Twitter. Azam is like, is that the fastest 8-0 run in Heat history? I'm like, brother, I watched LeBron and D-Wade do that in like 15 seconds.
I miss
the days. We're going to leave you. You know, if anybody used to watch The Daily Show with Jon Stewart back in the day, they used to have a segment called A Moment of Zen, and they would leave you out on a video that's supposed to make you feel good. And we're gonna give you a little bit of that today on the Miami Heat postgame show. A little moment of Zen to take you into the weekend, and it's Philadelphia booing their own team at an event in Philadelphia. It's beautiful. Franky, run the clip.
Of course, these Philly fans, you can get a mixed reaction when you have certain.
That wasn't a mixed reaction, sir. That was full-blown buoy. Run that again.
Of course, these Philly fans, you can get a mixed reaction when you have certain.
Have a beautiful weekend.
That's in their own arena. That makes it
in their
own
arena.
Leones.
Chat, I love you. Have a great weekend. I don't think we're on tomorrow. We will see you Monday. I believe it's Monday. Let me double check the schedule right quick, because tomorrow versus Chicago. I don't think we're on, but we are on Monday for Charlotte. A Terry homecoming of sorts. Love you guys. Take care. Peace.